Everyone, my name is Aframa and I am from class 7C. Today I will demonstrate how water is transported to all parts of the plant through xylem. For this purpose, I have water, cabbage leaves, disposable cups and food colored water. First, I will add these cabbage leaves to each cup and we will see the results after 24 hours. After 24 hours, when we see the results, we can compare both leaves. So we can see that all veins region of leaves are stained with red color, showing that the water is transported through xylem. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my dear fellows. My name is Mariam and I am from class 7C. Today I am here to demonstrate how water transport through xylem to all part of plant. I need disposable glass, cabbage leaves and food color. First I will add cabbage in both glass and one food color, and we see after 24 hours. After 24 hours, we see how xylem transport veins to all part of this. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my dear fellows. I am Nisha Bilal from class 7. Today I will demonstrate how water is transported to all parts of plant through xylem. For this purpose, I have cabbage leaves, water, disposable cups, and food color. First, I will take one cup water, just 1 cup water and in other I will add food color, and then I am going to dip these two cabbage for 24 hours. After 2 hours we compare both leaf. We can see that all veins regions of leaf that are stained with red color, showing that water transport through xylem. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Mona Ishaq and I am from class 7C. Today I will demonstrate how the water transports to all parts of the plant through the xylem. For this purpose, I have water, disposable cups, food color and cabbage leaves. First of all, I will take water, simple water in 1 cup and food colored water in the other cup. Then I will dip a cabbage leaf in the water, and then I will dip the other cabbage leaf in the colored water. Then we will see the results after 24 hours. We can see that the xylem region of the cabbage leaf is colored with red water. Thank you.
I am Janman from 7C. Today I will prepare some solutions. But first let me tell you about what is solution. It is a homogeneous mixture made up of 2 or more substances known as solutes, which dissolve in solvent, or solvent which is dissolved in solute. Now I have 3 solutes: ink, sugar and salt, and 3 beakers of having water as solvent. Now I will add these solutes one by one and mix it. Now mix it. So here are our 3 solutions. Now you can see water has the capacity to dissolve more substances than any other solvent. That's why this is known as universal solvent.
Assalamualaikum, my dear fellows. I am Nana Aslam from class 7C. Today I will tell you some solutions. First, let me tell you what is solution. Solution is a homogeneous mixture made up of 2 or more substances. Here I have salt, sugar, 3 solute ink, and 3 beakers of having water. Now let me mix. First I will mix sugar. Now I will mix salt in 1 beaker.
And now I will put some 1 drop of ink in paper, and now I will mix. Now you can see here is 3 solutions. Therefore, this is known as universal solvent. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. I am Jitya from 7C. Today I will prepare some solutions. But first, let me tell you about what is solution. Solution is a homogeneous mixture. I have three solutes: ink, sugar, and salt. And now first I will add this. And mix it. I have three different solutions. Now you can see that solution. Now you can see that water has the capacity to dissolve more substance in solvent. It is known as universal solvent.
My name is Asma Aman and I am from 7C. Today I prepared some solution. First I tell you what is homogeneous solution. It is a mixture of 2 or more substances which is made up of 2 or more substances which dissolve the solvent will dissolve the solute, or solute will dissolve the solvent. Here I have the 3 solutes: sugar, ink, salt. Now this solute is added in water one by one.
Drop. बस.
Now mix it. Here are 3 solutions. Now water, you can see water has the capacity to dissolve more substances than any solvent. Thank you.
My name is Safa Khalil and I am from class 7C. Today I am here to tell you about the lungs. The lungs are the major organ of the respiratory system. Here you can see that the lungs are the sac-like structure organs which are spongy and found in the chest cavity. In humans, the left lung is slightly smaller than the right side lung because the heart needs space to accommodate in the chest cavity. You can also see these small bronchioles subdividing into the alveoli. These bronchioles take oxygen in towards the alveoli and move outwards carbon dioxide to the alveoli. The alveoli is a single layer structure surrounded by blood capillaries, where the gaseous exchange takes place. Thank you. My dear fellows, I am Mr. Asif from 7C. Today I am here to tell about the lungs. Lungs are the major organ of respiratory system. Here you can see these are spongy sac-like organs which are found in the chest cavity. In humans, left lung is slightly shorter than the right lung to accommodate the heart in the cavity. You can see also these bronchioles which are subdividing into the alveoli. These bronchioles take oxygen in towards an alveoli and take carbon dioxide out of the alveoli. Alveoli is a single layer structure surrounding by blood capillaries from where exchange of blood takes place. Thank you.
My name is Iman Zubair and I am from class 7C. Today I am tell you about lungs. Lungs is a major part of the respiratory system. Here you can see these are sacs-like organs which are spongy and found in the chest cavity. In humans, the left lung is smaller than the right lung to accommodate the chest cavity. You can also see these small bronchioles, which are subdividing into the alveoli. The bronchioles is a single layer structure surrounded by blood capillaries, from where exchange of gases take place of the process of diffusion. Thank you.